what's up? And welcome back to the channel. And today was a very exciting day. So, first of all, most important thing, the coolest thing was that I got my first class aviation medical today. So, we can now move forward with that. So the next steps is starting ground school and starting to fly. So I'll be doing that very soon, and it's kind of a funny story. So we went down to the doctor's. It was down in Van Nuys, and I walked in there, and it was like 4 stories tall. I walked in on the first floor. There was no desk around. It was like an MRI check-in place and something else, and then there was a wall of glass with like turf on the other side and like weights and treadmills and stuff. And then there was elevators. So I'm like, well, I'll go up to the second floor. So I go in the elevator. I go up to the second floor and I step out, and then there's a desk right at the end of the elevator thing. And this lady's like, "Hi, how can I help you?" I'm like, "Hi, I'm here for an aviation medical." She's like, "Oh, right down here, go 2 desks down and check in down there." So I went down there and checked in, and I was expecting having to fill out a whole bunch of paperwork, but no, I just took my credit card and came back a couple minutes later with the receipt and the card, and then it was actually a pretty good deal compared to what I was gonna get here. I think here they were gonna charge me $200. But then they canceled on me, But there, they only charged me $135, which was pretty cool. So then I waited for like probably 30 minutes, and then the nurse finally called my name. I went back, and let's see, what did we do first? She had me do a urine sample. So I peed in the cup, brought it back, and she took that and was gone for a couple minutes. Then she came back and I had to do a vision test. I didn't do too well on the vision test, but even with I brought my sunglasses because I forgot to bring my normal glasses, even though I don't usually wear glasses. I have prescription normal glasses and sunglasses, and I brought the sunglasses, so I wore the sunglasses for the vision test. I didn't do too well. We did far distance and near vision, and then she made me put on a gown. So I had to take all my clothes off except for my underwear, put on the gown, and then she had to take my weight and my height, and then my blood pressure, and she's like, "Ooh, that's a little bit too high. Are you nervous or excited right now?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm excited to get this so I can start flying." And she's like, "Well, I'll come back in a couple minutes and I'll do it again." And she left, and then she came back and she's like, "Oh, well, your urine sample's okay." That's all she said. She said, like, "It's okay." Like she was gonna say "but" or something. But then she took my blood pressure again, and I guess it was okay. And I said, "Well, is it better?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's better." And then she left, and then I waited for the doctor to come in. And it was a super cool doctor. He was an older guy, but he was a pilot in the Air Force for like 5 years. He was a med evacuations pilot. So he would fly people around to their different medical stuff, different like soldiers and stuff. And then he talked a lot. He liked to talk about aviation. I guess he's still a general aviation pilot. And he asked me what I was doing, and I told him where I was looking at. And he told me that Whiteman Airport is a really good airport to fly out of, and he likes the school there, and he's flown out of there a couple times. And it was pretty cool. And then he was telling me all this stuff about being a pilot, and he asked me if I thought about going in the military, and I'm like, well, I thought about it, and I probably would do it. I think it would be a cool experience if all the stuff in the world wasn't going on right now, which I was really hinting towards Biden. But anyways, So then he's like, well, then he checked my reflexes and looked in my ears and eyes and nose and mouth and that's really all. And then he's like, well, put your clothes on and go wait in the waiting room, and I'll come out in a minute, or in about 15 minutes. And then he came out like 15 minutes later. He's like, well, here's your papers, you passed. I'm like, whew, thank goodness. And then he was telling me, oh, make sure you try the simulator while you're there. And I'm like, yeah, I saw it, it's really nice. I told him about my simulator at home. He's like, oh, that is so cool. He really liked that. But anyways, so then because I went in there and I was pretty nervous and I was excited at the same time, because I thought, like, because you want to pass the exam, right? Well, I want to pass the exam because I want to fly, and if I don't pass it, then I can't fly. And so I was really nervous. And one thing I learned today is that people want you to succeed. They want you to get to your goal. And that's kind of interesting, because like most of the time when you think about an exam, or someone gives you an exam, and like taking your driver's test, for example, you think that, oh, they want to fail you. But some people, some examiners probably seem like they do more than others, but most of the time they want you to pass, and they want you to get it. And that kind of reinforced that to me, because I was so nervous, like, oh, they don't want me to pass. But the doctor seemed really interested in flying, and it was cool. He was cool. He had good information, and it was good. It went a lot better once the doctor finally came in. It was kind of scaring me with the nurses stuff, because she didn't seem too happy with how things were going. But we got it, and now we can fly, and I'm super excited. And then also what happened today is going along with my uncle's project that I've been helping him out in the backyard with and stuff. And we officially have a patent pending, but more on that later. That'll be another video, I think. But anyways, other than that, this morning I went with my grandpa to an eye appointment for him, and they dilated his pupils, and I went with him so I could drive him back. And we stopped at Denny's. I had that crazy spicy sizzling skillet, and it was super good, but it made me poop twice. And then we came home. I went to the gym, and then I didn't have a smoothie because you weren't supposed to. It said on this checklist I found online for before your medical not to eat 4 hours before the medical. So we left. We went down there. It's about an hour away, and then sat there. That was like a 3-hour deal. And then we came back and we hit all the traffic coming back because it was like 5 o'clock. And we finally got back, and we had some steak and vegetables and a roll for dinner, and it was awesome. And then we started watching this World War II movie, or this TV show is called Band of Brothers, I think. It was alright. And then we're here. So yeah, it's a pretty exciting day. And two things starting now that we can get going, and it's a pretty cool feeling. I'm excited. But if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and remember, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. I'll see you in the next one.